Welcome back. Most of us will probably have football on the brain this weekend, and the debate will probably rage forever. Who is the greatest NFL player? But just so you know, there's really not much question who the greatest president to play football was. That honor goes to our 38th president, Gerald Ford. Ford played linebacker and center at the University of Michigan, was the team's MVP in 1934. He was offered spots on the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions, but turned them down, deciding instead to coach at Yale, where he would also attend law school. In hindsight, for him, politically, not a bad choice. President Trump, for what it's worth, will make football history of his own Sunday, becoming the first sitting president to attend the Super Bowl. For more on preparations for Sunday's very, very big game, I want to bring in Michael Hecht. He is the CEO of Greater New Orleans Incorporated and has been dubbed by the city, I didn't even know this was a thing, Super Bowl czar. Michael, it's great to have you with us.
Great to see you, Major. How you doing?
I'm well. Listen, I was on the anchor desk January 1st here in Washington. It was a terrible day in New Orleans. How is your community doing? I'll get to the Super Bowl in a second, but I want to ask you about those affected by that and how the recovery has gone since.
Yeah, thank you. I think two things are happening simultaneously. There absolutely is still mourning and grieving going on for the victims, and there's a very touching memorial in the first block of Bourbon Street. At the same time, there is a joy and excitement in the air in anticipation of this weekend that, to be honest, I haven't felt since 2010 when the Saints won the Super Bowl. So I think that people are still introspective and thoughtful about those who we lost. There have been improvements in safety, no doubt. But the joy of this game, I think, is going to transcend everything.
How does President Trump's arrival influence any of that?
Well, it's just one more thing. I mean,
yeah, I bet it is.
The fact is, Major, this is already what's called a Tier 1 event. It's already the highest level of security. It involves local, state, and multiple agencies at the federal level. And they're going to manage the president's visit in the same way. And to be honest, we're just thrilled. It's an honor for us to host the president. The Super Bowl has gone from being just a championship game to being almost like a domestic Davos. And so somehow it feels fitting and appropriate. And I can't say that we're surprised. And frankly, we're thrilled.
New Orleans is a world-class city, has been for hundreds of years, especially now it is. It's just a great place to come. You mentioned this Davos thing. It's not just the game on Sunday. There is an entire couple of weeks of preparations. Lots of people come in. There are conversations, business and otherwise. How does that flow through what becomes of New Orleans 6 months from now?
You know, I cut my teeth on this working in New York City after 9/11 with Mayor Bloomberg and Dan Doctoroff, and I saw the 2012 bid for the London Olympics, or for the Olympics. New York lost to London, but that event was the catalyzer for a lot of enormous projects like Hudson Yards or the High Line, new parks, new subway lines. And in the same way, we're really using the Super Bowl to, one, have an extraordinary event, but also to do things for the future, to sell for the next Super Bowl, to sell to the next tourist or convention or business, but also to make infrastructure improvements in the city that are going to benefit residents for years to come. So it's really a forcing function, which allows you to get done, allows you to do things that you wouldn't have been able to do as quickly, while at the same time being able to show off the world to perhaps up to 150 million people around the world. And, that's priceless.
Walk us through Sunday. What's your Sunday going to be like, Michael?
Well, after not sleeping on Saturday night, it's really just going to be preparation for the big game. There are a few meetings and lunches that are occurring before, but most of Sunday is going to be the lead up. The game itself is going to be at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, but we're going to take a lot of time to get into the stadium. And frankly, what I've been doing a lot of right now, Major, is just walking the streets. One, to see what final improvements need to be made. It takes me back to my days in the restaurant business, right before we open the doors and you're seeing that all the silverware is laid out. But it's also, I think, just to soak in the joy and the vibe. I mean, we're living in such a divisive time. I think that something about the monoculture of the Super Bowl, maybe one of the last remaining ones in the country, and just the joy associated with it, is something that everybody is kind of reveling in. And so now we've got the game, we've got Taylor Swift, we've got Kendrick Lamar, we've got Donald Trump. It is everybody converging on a city that does culture and humanity, in my experience, better than anywhere on earth. So there's a lot of pressure, but also enormous positive energy out there.
Any predictions?
I predict that we're going to have a fantastic game and that this is going to be the greatest Super Bowl of all time.
A not too cautious prediction. Michael Hecht, thank you and best of luck to you.
Thank you, Major. I appreciate the time.